I'm going to show you how to create a website mock-up with no design skills needed with this amazing tool called shots.so. Now, this video is not sponsored. I just love this free tool. You can quickly mock up a hero design for a client. I've done this design in Illustrator and I'm going to use this. So all you have to do is go to shots.so. On the left-hand side, you've got mockup and you've got frame. Now, if you're just doing a frame, it doesn't have a browser border or like a laptop mockup or whatever. It would just be literally the frame, and you can customize the background. You can add noise. You can add different brand colors. You can basically have all control, and you can even control the sizing as well. I personally love to use the mockup section because I can create a mockup that looks realistic. Now, all you got to do is click on mockup and click on the drop-down menu. You'll get a bunch of phone, tablet, laptop, and desktop mockups, even wearable as well for phones. So you can literally scroll through here, find the ones you want. If it's a tablet, if it's a laptop, if it's for a phone, you're doing a couple screens, then you can do that. You can even do, for example, let's do the iPhone 15 Max. Go to the right-hand side and you've got a whole bunch of different options. You can do 3 screens, you can do overlaid, you can do just one main screen, and you can literally click on the image and upload it. Now for this mockup, I'm going to go with a laptop. So I'm going to click on laptop and I'm going to go with MacBook Pro 16. Now make sure when you save your image, you save it with the right resolution or else it might look a bit pixelated. So for this image, it's a 3456 by 2234. And in Illustrator, you can see I've saved that size and I've exported this as just a JPEG. And I'm going to left click on this and double click on the image in my downloads folder. You can literally drag and drop images as well, which is super cool. So boom, there we have it. We've got our nice mock-up there. We can go to the right-hand side and change the scene style and layout. So I'm going to go through these. You can literally do any type of one. So whatever you want to focus on, maybe it's the logo, or maybe it's, a 3D element, or maybe it's the typography. You can click any of these and it literally moves within seconds, makes it look super cool. So you can play around with this, make it look nice, or you can just keep it really simple like that. You have control on the left side. I can scale the position. I can select. If you left click once on these squares, you can move them around. I can make it really big or I can make it really small. I might make it a bit bigger, just like that. You can hide the mockup to look at the background as well. And if you do want to swap out the image, all you got to do is left click once and you can actually go click on a different image. So maybe I want to click on this one. You can see it will load that one. Now what I'm going to do now is click on frame and I'm going to work on the background. Now, what I'm going to do is go up the top. I want to add a bit of green. So let's bump up the green to about 45, which is cool. You have control over the colors. You can add an image as well. So maybe you want to add an image from Unsplash, or maybe you did a Mid-Journey background or something like that. You can do that. You can also click on the color palette. So what I like to do here is actually get rid of some of the colors. So I'll get rid of the blue and the pink, the orange. And I just want to have like maybe these grays here and these purples. So now you can see I've got all these options. I can click the drop-down menu to get a few more options as well. So I can left-click on these background colors, and it's going to change it up like this. We've got these ones. We've got these ones, more bright, more like solid colors. The other ones are more with a gradient in the middle, more dark spots. And these ones are more tri-gradients, and the other ones are more like duo gradients. So you've got like 4 different options here to play around. I really like these gradients here. I love the dark background vibes. I like that one. Now you can also go down and pick solid colors as well if you just want like solid color. That works as well. You've got a whole bunch of options on the left hand side here. You've also got gradients, so I can come through here, select gradients. You got mystic gradients, which is like really funky, more like within shapes and stuff, and more blurs and stuff. Like these are really cool. You got cosmic gradients, which looks very beautiful. Keep in mind, these backgrounds you can't really customize. That's why I prefer to do the colored gradients using the colors it extracts from the image. You've got abstracts as well. If you want to add abstracts in, that looks really dope. You can do radiant gradients, and then you've got textures as well. So a whole bunch of different stuff. It's really cool. I'm going to go back and select my image there. Maybe if you want to bump or reduce the grain a little bit, maybe around 30%, you can go to the default. So you can see right now it's at 1920 by 1440. I can play around with the ratios. So if you want a square, Maybe it's for Instagram. You want probably a 1080 by 1920 for a story. Like, that's really cool. And what changes is on the side, it actually adapts to the size of the frame, which is amazing. So if you want to do a story like that, you can do that. If you want a Twitter banner, you can do that for Twitter. You got YouTube thumbnail as well, even. Like, that's pretty dope. Once I'm done with the image, all you got to do is go down the bottom. Now you can download it. You can also click on export settings. If you want a transparent PNG, you can do that. You just need to go back to the top and go to custom, click on transparency, and then when you export it, then it's gonna have no background. Click JPEG, and you can do 4 times, 2 times, or 1 times. I typically do like 2 times just to get a bit of extra detail and pixels in there. And then what you want to do is you want to click download, and it's going to export it. And now you can see I have this beautiful image. I can zoom in really far. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit pixelated because I'm zooming all the way in, but it's very powerful, super awesome. And then, we can just go, hey, Twitter, what's up? I'm going to drop this image in here like this. And and then I can post it, working on a design, whatever, and I can post it. And it looks beautiful. I'll quickly show you the PNG version as well. So I'll just switch to PNG real quick. I'll go transparent and I'll just export, and I'm going to open that one. You can see the background is clear. It's got the grain in there. So if you want to get rid of the grain, make sure you do that. But now if I go back to, let's go back to Illustrator, and I'm going to bring this in. You can see it's transparent, and I can put a box or whatever I want to do behind it. And you can see it's got that grain there. I could get rid of the grain, as I said, but super dope. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you do want to see other web design resources, you can check out this video where I share some of my top resources for 2024. I hope you enjoyed this content. Let me know in the comments below, and hit subscribe for more web design and branding content every week. Cheers.